So I'd imagine coming into the college sports life during COVID was probably just very odd on its own.
Yeah.
Does this feel, I guess, since you don't really have a reference point of what normal feels like, how different is all this now?
Honestly, it's pretty different. It's not like the whole thing about it, like being with the team and stuff is different, but it's different to be able to like really hang out with your teammates, see your teammates, go into the locker room, stuff like that. So we came in and we thought that that was normal for us, and it wasn't normal. And so now this is the new normal, and it feels a lot better.
What's that adjustment period just kind of been like? I mean, do you have to feel like you almost have to not relearn how to be social, but kind of, right?
Kind of like more in a social setting, less with the team, because I feel like we already, like we would talk, like we would do everything, like go to practice and everything like that, but definitely in like a more social setting. Like if I'm going like to a restaurant and talking to somebody, like I forget how to do it. Like I have to relearn how to do it completely.
We've heard a couple times now about how good the defense was last year, and obviously you were a big part of that. Do you feel like you guys have improved already this fall?
I feel like our defense, our back four were super solid last year, and I feel like there's only better that like can happen from there. It's like every year that happens, it's like they're taking a step up. So they definitely took a step up from last year. They're definitely pushing it. They've been playing really well, and I think that they're better.
We kind of talked with Allie about how you guys played so many close games last year, decided by 1 goal or less. Kind of grinding out those games, does that kind of help the team kind of going into this year, knowing that if you're in the same situation, you guys can kind of do the same?
Yeah, I think that definitely like uplifts people and kind of shows them that no matter what, our team can grind it out, our team can push, and we know that coming in, like we're gonna push the entire season. We're gonna keep going like full speed ahead, full speed forward, and we're gonna hope to have the results that we want this season.
You had a great freshman year, a pretty historic one by Oregon standards. Graham's a goalkeeping specialist. What was the conversation that you guys had as to how to take a season like that and build on it and continue to get better?
I think what we've talked about is always like not settling really, and like always like being hungry for more. There's always more to improve on. There's always more to build up, and I think just taking everything that happened last year and taking that as like a first year as a learning stone, and really learning from that and doing better this year and making every year better.
So what was one thing that, when I guess you look back on the tape from last year that stuck out to you? You said, all right, that's 1 or 2 things that I got to hone in on for this offseason and in preparation for this one.
I think one of them is just mentally like making sure I'm 100% locked in at all times. That's one of the things for me personally. I think the other thing is making sure that everything really builds from the feet, and that like distribution was something like when I went away was something that I really wanted to focus on. So like technically that's it, and like mentally more like being like locked in, being in the moment, and really like staying connected with my team and like trying to communicate a lot from the back.
Do you feel like you've been able to kind of do that and tweak those things a little bit this preseason?
Yeah, I really hope so. I feel like I have. I hope that that's what it's been like, and I don't know, I just feel a little bit more confident in it. I feel a little bit like a little weight is lifted off, just not like a weight is lifted off, but like, you know, like just coming in here, like having that year behind me and like being able to really look at this year as a more normal year and just go through it.
Did you feel pressure last year just as a freshman, first year starter in COVID? And
no, because I had my teammates, and I feel like that took a lot of the pressure off because I trusted the teammates I was playing with, and they were so amazing, and so having them around me to really like take that off of my shoulders, it really helped a lot. I think my teammates really eased anything that would have like come up for me.
Allie was talking about how good the defense was last year, and she feels pressure to create more offense to kind of complement the back end. Is that kind of music to it when you're playing goal? Is that kind of music to your ears?
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I also think that like obviously Allie, like all of our front line, like they had an amazing season, but like our like they were awesome, and so was our defensive line. So I'm just hoping that everything works together this year and we finish with an amazing year.